Tensions remain high in the Korean Peninsula. North Korea has threatened to turn the Pacific into a quote-unquote firing range. Seoul's military has said that Pyongyang also launched 2 more ballistic missiles off its east coast. This comes just a day after U.S. along with South Korea and Japan staged joint air drills in Korean Peninsula. North Korean media confirmed that the country launched 2 projectiles from a multiple rocket launcher. The missiles were aimed at targets more than 300 kilometers away. Japan's defense ministry confirmed that the 2 ballistic missiles traveled a distance of more than 350 kilometers and fell outside its exclusive economic zone, or the EEZ. However, there were no reports of damage to aircraft or vessels. The ministry also said that it would continue to gather and analyze information in close cooperation with the United States. The missile launch has been condemned by the United Nations. On the other side, North Korean leader's powerful sister, Kim Jong Un, has warned against the presence of U.S. strategic assets on the Korean Peninsula. She says that using the Pacific as a firing range depends upon the U.S. forces' action character. She also defended the effectiveness of what she called sudden missile launches, saying South Korea did not even fly reconnaissance planes at the time of its launches. The missile launch is Pyongyang's 3rd major weapons test this year. It has been done just 2 days after it tested another long-range ballistic missile. Such tests are part of North Korea's unprecedented, persistent and strong response, which it has vowed against the joint drills of U.S. and its allies. Daniel Pinkston is Northeast Asia Deputy Project Director with the International Crisis Group in Seoul, as well as a lecturer in international relations with Troy University. Daniel is joining us live from Seoul. Welcome to the program, Daniel.
Thank you. Great to be here. But I just want to correct, I'm not with International Crisis Group anymore. I'm with Troy University.
All right. Thank you very much for that correction. What is the relevance of these air drills or missile tests, and why are they causing friction in the Korean Peninsula?
Well, 2 days ago, North Korea tested an ICBM, a Hwasong-15, which flew for over an hour. They launched it at a very high altitude. And that missile can reach basically anywhere in the world. So it could strike the United States and other allied countries. It was done on a short notice. So North Korea is trying to demonstrate its ability to respond or to launch its weapons on a very short notice. And yesterday, Sunday, South Korea and the U.S. had a air exercise, a combined air exercise with B-1 bombers. So North Korea again responded today with the 2 multiple launcher MLRS systems, these so-called KN-25s, which went over 350 kilometers, as you said in the report.
Daniel, North Korea is not pleased with the air drills. In fact, Kim Jong Un has promised military action over the joint drills. What do you make of North Korea's reaction? And could the country go ahead and make the threat a reality, or that could mean war?
Well, I thought her statement was somewhat entertaining, but the shrill, blood-curdling rhetoric is designed to make people uneasy and to undermine confidence in South Korea and with its allies, so that people will claim or clamor for canceling military exercises here, which is what North Korea is not happy about. The upcoming exercises in South Korea, combined exercises with South Korea and the U.S., will be live fire exercises. And during that time, it will come in the spring, during North Korea's spring planting season, when they mobilize a lot of citizens and a lot of military personnel to help with the agricultural work. And if the exercises are going on, that will distract them, and they will have to keep some people on notice or on alert. So they're very unhappy about that.
Daniel, the missile launch is Pyongyang's 3rd major weapons test this year. What is North Korea aiming at, or what's the end game?
Well, I think North Korea is finding out that these types of weapon systems are not really good for compellence or coercing adversaries to do something they would not otherwise do. So North Korea wants sanctions to be lifted. They want the exercise to be canceled. They want the U.S. to withdraw from the region. South Korea to enter in some kind of confederation with North Korea. But I don't think they really have that kind of utility. They're good for deterrence, to deter an attack. And I think North Korea is finding that out. So they issue these this kind of rhetoric, this kind of signaling to see if there will be some concessions or compromises by its adversaries. But I don't think that's really going to be effective. We saw rhetoric from Moscow, for example, threatening nuclear weapons against Ukraine. It's just not credible. So I think the exercises in the South will continue, and North Korea will remain frustrated.
Finally, Daniel, is there a solution to these tensions? And if there is, what is it?
Well, I think the mutual deterrence is stable. If, in fact, we were going to go to war, or if the armistice were to collapse and the peninsula were to return to wartime conditions, there would be a number of steps that would be observable, such as calling up military reserves, going on military alert, those types of things, establishing committees and for mobilizing the military forces in North Korea, which that's not what they're doing. So Kim Jong Un is a vice director of the propaganda and agitation department. So this is the kind of thing that they do, is issue this kind of rhetoric. But any of the other military moves, I don't think that's really happening. So we have a lot of steps before that would happen. But in the meantime, I think deterrence is robust on the peninsula.
All right, we'll have to end that discussion here. Daniel Pinkstone, thank you very much for your insights and for talking to WION today. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.